Hello everyone, how are we doing? I hope we are well. I hope you can hear me. I'm just using the lav mic tonight. I can't be bothered. I need to be in a comfortable chair tonight because it's been a very long week. Let's do the evening. Evening, Steve. Hey, Pandy. I get what you mean now. DC has sucked any humour I had out of me this week. I won't lie. Evening, Jake, mate. This wage situation now is getting ridiculous. I think he hasn't paid wage because of takeover in progress. I hope that's the case. But even if they hadn't, even if the takeovers is in place, he still has to pay wages. He has to do that. That's his job. Sadly. Evening, Ashley, how are you? Doing work things. Yep. Evening, Adam. Evening, Dan. Evening, how do Jake? Let's hope you're not quiet like tonight. I am not going to be quiet. Not paying wages and being in embargo will put investors off. He's getting to keep the club with little puff back. The problem is he's not getting to keep the club with little puff back. There is puff back. The problem is how much you want for said club. That's your issue, Hector. I doubt there's a takeover, but surely Chancellor now knows he can't no longer run the club. It's getting glaring off. So obviously, so who knows? True. Evening, Daniel. Hello, Jake. I'm looking forward to what you had to say. Cheers, mate. Much appreciate it. Ian J, did you say once payments have been made, the embargo will be lifted, but there is a strong possibility that we're going to get hit with a breach anyway. So even when it's gone, it's not even gonna make a difference, really, John. Sadly. Mental health check-in, please, guys. I want to check how you're doing. Ian, I hope these people get paid soon. Only got no chance they're up to. Yep. Easy punk, how you doing, mate? Ian, my sugar journey, how are you, mate? Here to support you guys. Thank you, mate. Much appreciated. We know how much you've been through it in the past as well. So you know what we're dealing with. He will sell all the players that are worth a value, recoup the money to pay the wages. So hi and good evening. Hey, mate, how you doing, mate? More than likely, the situation's now just beyond a joke. 10, wow. Hey, Punk, keep up good work. Thank you, Sean. Much appreciate that, mate. Slowly rising now, work done for the day. Yeah, I can understand that, mate. I can understand that. I don't know how long I'm going to go for. You can tell I'm absolutely shattered. I don't know if my eyes are showing it, but I am shattered. It's been a very long week. Generally, it's if I include DC, it's less. Yeah, you include DC in your list of like mental health, or it plummets fast. I don't get what he achieved with it, because all he's doing is just killing what value of the club there. He's killing what value of the club is already there. And one of the things is he said to the people who were the Florida-based lot, he said, if that's what you're going for, it's going to be a League One, League Two club. Now, I think the last bid for the American consortium, that the Florida-based lot, I think it was 75 million. Well, at the rate we're going to be a League One, League Two club. So what's going to be your excuse then when they offer you the price that you called a League One, League Two club? He's running out of options. He's running out of excuses. There is no more excuses. You can't give me this sorry, oh, I haven't been paid lark. You're the owner of the club. As owner of the club and owner of the business, it's up to you to sort this out, not other way around. The staff want clarity. They want to know self-pride, what little they should go now and cut his losses. I think the problem is that he owes a lot of money elsewhere, and that's the problem. And I think he seems like he's so scared that he's going to lose money elsewhere, or he owes money everywhere else. It's just weird. Like, people were looking today, like, if you look at the list of owners, it goes DC, and the next person who is it is the next owner. It's his wife. His wife is the owner. Ian Wingbat, how do you think DC will eventually sell the club, and how about the issue with the manager and transfer? Oh, it's a mess. It's a mess, Ian. It's an absolute mess. I think he's still waiting for someone to come and get Danny out of the contract, so he's got money there. And transfers, if we embargo, we'll be playing most of the youth team anyway. I don't think we'll be getting anyone in. How are you able to get players in when you can't play them on time? That's the issue I got. That's the problem, to be honest. Ian and John, how you doing, mate? Trying to hide his dodgy dealings? Possibly. DC borrowing moderately off other investors and need to pay them back, and he's asking for too much for the club to pay them back. Yep. What concerned me the most is back in the day when hovering around administration, staff were still paid unless I got staff were still paid when we were around on administration. The issue with people saying about administration, because he's the only board member technically, and his wife, who is he owing money to? Because normally the money, if you put something to administration, if I'm correct, it's got to come out the club. So somebody will put the club in administration to get what the creditors are owed. But the problem is he put all the debt in his name. So yeah, I've heard he is apparently on his way over, Andy. He's a very brave man. I will give him credit where credit's due. He got balls, but I hope that to sort out the payment issue and start talking to people about buying the club. I really hope this is to just sit down and start finally having talk for people. 69 people watching, 14 likes, get those likes up, people. I much appreciate it. If he had the club's interest at heart, he should cut his losses and leave, in my opinion. No, I agree. I agree with you 100%, mate. He really should. And he keeps saying, my heart with Sheffield Wednesday. Well, your heart with Sheffield Wednesday, pay your staff on time. Anyway, I have a word with Bruno's dad and see if he's playing in the first team. Yeah, please do, mate. I much appreciate it. Let me know. Bet he's not at Alden Park. I bet he's not. The longer he stays quiet and does nothing, the less the club is worth. Also, the longer he goes on, the more credit to give room about financial man and dodgy deal. True. I think we're down. I already think next season's a write-off. And a lot of people already thought next season was a write-off. But remember, Danny did predict this on the last game of the season when he was speaking to the media. He said next season's going to be a relegation fight. Now, I now wonder how long has Danny known that this is going to be happening, and how long has DC told Danny, I'm running out of money. If you get a chance to go, and this is Mike's theory. What if Danny's been told by DC, go find if you can get yourself another person to come get you by saying stuff on the podcast? What if he said, go on the podcast, say you want out, see if someone can get you in? It's going to be tough. Thing is, the club might want to see if anyone turns it to come rather than buy them for feet. True. I agree, whatever happens, it will be a tough fight. It will be a very tough fight. Might need a step back to come back. We probably are going to need that. I think someone's going off. That's why Danny hasn't left. I get that. I do get that, Andy. I get that kind of point. But if something is going off, it's taking its time and we need it to speed up. But we know takeovers don't take too long. So we know takeovers take a long time. Mr. Pot to piss in has well and truly ran out of pots. Probably ran out of piss as well. The way he's scrambling around, begging for handouts, suggests he's panicking and he's desperate. Oh, he's 100% desperate. And he's 100% panicking, Steve. You don't ring up people on a Monday going, hey, you got this, hey, you got that, hey, you got this. I'm not too bad, Ian. I'm knackered. It's been a very, very long week. I'm absolutely shattered. Banning for player manager next season, maybe. Look at Birmingham now. They're rebuilding in League One and they are the favourite to win the championship this season. Already, we're down. Red Bull rebuilt again and had a proper owners. Yep. I do have a realistic question though. If work comes to work and we go the way of a dodo, what happened? Because if it comes back as a Phoenix club, we won't have to get. We will have to find somewhere to play RKB. We'll have to find somewhere to play unless we manage to say we can get the ground back like a Berry did. Berry got the ground back, and it's about seeing if you can get the ground back. Some places you can. Be unfortunate to lose Danny, but wouldn't blame him. I won't blame anyone. Anyone who's looking at jumping ship, I do not blame them one little bit. At all. I do not blame them at all. If they are looking at stuff to go, I don't blame them. I wish them well. And I go, good luck where you go and you'll get paid. Everyone at this club should have been paid last Friday or Thursday, I think it was, 28th. Everyone should have been paid. And with the fact that we're going into a week and they're still not paid is ridiculous. You're going to end up with jack shit if he's not careful. Oh, yeah, I won't lie, I kind of hope he doesn't have anything. It's certainly not. I think Akin will go. I think he will as well. It feels like the worst time in all my years supporting Wednesday, but more importantly to me are the people who haven't been paid. To me, this comes above. Yep, I agree. This comes completely above football. As Steve said, the people not getting paid is more important right now because there's going to be people who are in credit situations and it can affect people's credit score. A lot gets made out about going down and rebuild it, true to a point, but we had the same amount of cash we had stayed up. Only huge poverty. We now have the momentum behind us. Yeah, true. I think the momentum is what you needed. When our players due back, middle of June, July. I think in middle of June. I think it's the week of Owls in the Park. Owls in the Park as well. How? If you go to that, do not protest it. It's very sad. It's very sad that we're back in this situation. And one of the things that DC said, excuse me, I will leave the club in a better position than I found it. Well, right now you're really not. You're really not leaving it in a better place. Going and no intensive protesting that. Yeah, I think if you do protest there, either protest at the training ground or protest in the car park, kind of thing. Wherever. I know there are people doing a protest tomorrow outside the club. Not tomorrow, Monday. I also know that there are people who are doing the supporter trust thing, and the supporter trust thing, you can also be raising money for Children's Hospital as well. I remember the situation very well at Michael Bolton Food Bank for all the staff, and to be honest, the people of Bolton helped the staff out so much. I think we're going to have a similar situation, mate, David. I think we're going to have a very similar situation. I think it's going to happen. With us, Derby, it came out of the blue. We went straight into admin. We didn't own the stadium, etc. You will come out stronger no matter what. DC should pay the tea lady their wages. Yep. The thing is, it's really interesting how I've got Birmingham fans, Derby fans, Bolton fans who are going, we've been through this, we get it. We understand what you're going through. You'll come out stronger. And it just, right now, it doesn't feel that way. And I bet you've all felt that way. You just go, it just doesn't feel like it yet. What happens now if you don't pay the staff or pay them in June? There's a case that some of them can take them to court. The EFL are going to disqualify him. I can guarantee you the EFL will disqualify him, similar to a Reading, I think. I think that's what's going to happen. That he's going to get disqualified and forced to sell the club. And the fact that he got offers on the table is ridiculous. There are people wanting the club. And this is the thing. I stupidly said to one of my mates the other night, I would take my Castle at this point. And I know that's not a right thing, but in the position I'm in right now, you take it. But for my Catholic to buy something, it needs to be really, really down on its luck. Sam Reed had joined Alton Town once he contracted by Wednesday. Good move for him. FIFA get involved after 2 months of paying. Yeah, but that's not paying the players, that's staff. I think for me it's staff, i.e. non-playing staff. They do get involved after 2 months and no pay. Yes, they do. And if that starts happening, you really are going down a slippery slope. It's not going to end well the way he wants. The owner's real problem comes when he ain't got enough money to pay HMRC, which is imminent. I don't think it's imminent yet, Samantha. I believe we're owed HMRC in August. I think we paid April, because in April they were due on the 22nd, and I think we pay every 3 months. I think. And if we paid it every 3 months, we're not due till August. Can say reminds me of Kendrick Anderson. He perfectly left it till the last minute to go out of business at the club. Charlton Powell. Yep. If I remember correctly, Wigan were given a 6 to 8 point deduction due to unpaid wages. You might be right. Sheffield Sports Direct Wednesday, kind of catchy, I can't lie. Hi Jake, I hope you're alright. Forgotten all about the Wednesday stuff. Hope you'll have a good weekend and hopefully some good news comes soon. Same. I agree. I hope so. Any staff member that has their credit score affected, pretty much guaranteed compensation. The one doesn't could still sue for breach of contract and stress. Yep. Can only disqualify if he convicted of some sort of crime, money fraud, and that's what happened to. See, John, you keep telling me this, and I've emailed the EFL, and they said to me that they could disqualify him for what he's doing now. Like, they could disqualify him for lack of paying wages. That is what I got emailed back from him. He could still get disqualified because he will have to. I think under some of the new stuff they're trying to do, they want them to do fit and proper person test if something like this happens. From what they told me, they said they will potentially look at it that way. If the EFL force him to sell, what happens with different offers? Does he have to accept everyone? I'm not sure. In personal news, I got my second YouTube video coming out today, so exciting times up the Wednesday. Nice, Tom, get in. If you don't pay HMRC, that is a criminal. Isn't that a criminal fault? I believe it is. I actually feel sorry for Danny. Seems like a prisoner. DC dictatorship. I can't see him being here this season. I can't see a way out of him. The clause is so high and unproven. Yep. Are protected unless DC is actually there to feed the negativity. Doesn't simply begin seeing photographs of but doesn't simply bang on told about it seeing photos of it in the newspaper and nothing. Just saying what. Oh no, I know mate. But I got an email saying that they could potentially disqualify him. The thing is, apparently he has got a criminal case coming in Thailand, but I don't know how true that is. I don't know if that's rumour. Hi Punk, what a move of time to be a Wednesday fan. It is indeed. The one thing is that this will make DR a better manager. Oh God, yeah, this will. If he needs to learn how to work in really bad situations, this is it. This is literally it. The thing is, the problem is your issue comes when he doesn't sell. Your issue comes when he doesn't sell and he waits till to be liquidated. There is a proper fear in my mind that he runs it to the ground and he just liquidates us. He don't get his money because what he wants for the club, no one is going to pay. Like the original total was like 350 million, 250. Then it went to 150. And now it's down to 75. If it's 75 million, someone will come and get that. But they have to negotiate with DC. It's harder. We were 24 hours from none at this, then you will come out this stronger. I know it hurts. You're in pain, but at least you have general people. Yeah, exactly. We have people that want to buy it. You get away with fines for a while if you declare everything correctly, but ultimately, yes, they will start whacking on interest. The thing is, I think the thing is, once you've got, it's getting to a point where these kind of owners come in, and for someone like DC, especially, he's very difficult to do it. There are two case studies. Relegation was forced to sell and did. Berry's owner was forced to sell but didn't. That's the worry I got, that he'll do a Berry and wouldn't sell. I do fear that's something he could do. But at the same time, he would lose so much. And because he owes so many people money, it makes no sense for him to do that because it would still screw him. The only thing he could probably sell on would be Hilper, but even Hilper, it's got to be you for the community. This has got to change the whole EFL mean testing. They cannot carry on. Yeah, I agree. The mean testing is broken. It's been broken for a while. And it will be very interesting to see what they do next. There's the problem is if someone's showing that they haven't got the money at all, I don't get where. I don't know how the EFL do like looking at books and stuff like that, because I do like the rule where you've got to show a couple of seasons worth of money. But that's in the football regulation, Phil. 28th of June is going to be very interesting. I believe they have pre-season training starts again. I think you're right on that one, yeah. I wonder who returns and what they return to, yep. Hi Jake, thanks for the hard work you put in. Best wishes to the family, mate. Cheers, Matt. I much appreciate that, mate. Are they still... From what Alex Miller said, the pitch work is all still getting done. The pitch work is all getting done. Alex Miller said today that he's heard nothing that he hasn't seen. He's seen the thing. What happened? What happened next? In terms of what? So if you're thinking of what happened next today, we're still waiting on players to be paid and staff to be paid. They've still not been paid. There's a rumour going around that DC coming back to Sheffield. There's no pre-season at the minute. We'll have to play against the under. Yeah, that's the other thing. The thing is, you look at other clubs at the minute, they're making signings, they're talking about the kit launches and stuff like that. We're sat here just going, can you just pay people on time? It's going to be such a massive problem. With Derby, Derek has had proved he could support the club and wage of 3+ years. I think that's something that needs to be. I think if you're going to buy something, you have to show that you can do it. I think there's so much. I thought each club had to sum up their budget and business plan at the end of the season for the 4 Kings. So you wonder how DC's done that for the last few seasons. I generally think so. He's just been topping up the bank account, showing it in, topping it up, showing the FL, and then pulling it back out again. I just wonder if it's every time it comes to that, it's been pulled out, ready, and then back again. Pulled out, ready, then back again. It just feels that kind of way. My phone just went off. Where's my phone? Oh, it's over there. It just feels that way. It just feels really, really weird. The hell's that? It does make you wonder how he managed to do that, though, doesn't it? It really does make you wonder how he's managed to get that sorted. It just doesn't add up. For me, it really doesn't add up. And the fact that it keeps happening is such a... I want to say it's such a piss take. Really. That kind of what I want to say. It's a piss take of everything that we've done. Like, we should be sat here and everybody in the chat should be talking about how we're planning for next season. Going, we finished 12th and planning for how we do the next season. But we're not. We're sat here trying to figure out how we're going to get the staff paid, how we're going to get everything else done. Creative accounting, yep. I don't know if he has to prove where the money is coming from, but I thought clubs have to show they have funds to complete the following season. The thing is that I would have it where you show where the money's coming from now. The talent from DC is definitely sure you can't expect to carry on after this. The fact that we haven't had a statement saying anything, all we've had is an apology to the staff members, that's it. All it's been is sorry. Sorry, I'm working on it. Sorry, I'm doing this. Sorry, that. Like, he got charged the situation. Do you think... potentially, David. Potentially, I do. I do think he'll walk. Potentially, I do think he'll walk. And it'll be a shame if that's how Barry Bannon's legacy leaves our club, because he hasn't been paid. And even he's gone, I'm done with it. It would be really sad. Been a support 72 years, never known anything like this mess. It's so frustrating. It really is. When was the last season where no off season was talking about next year? I only can't think of an off season where without drama in years. Probably the one that with off season where it was a bit weird, where we weren't too sure what we were doing. Probably the COVID season, but that's an anomaly in itself. It's really strange in itself because everyone was in the same boat. not everybody's in the same boat here. Everyone else is trying to sort out the season. Everyone trying to get players in. Everyone got kit launchers. Everyone's know where they're going for the pre-season. It's a mess. Mentioned this the other day, and I don't know how we structure the Upbo deal, but if it's in installments, they'll be due soon. They will. If they are installment, then you've got the other thing. If you don't pay that, then you start going to like courts of arbitration, like Troy's would go to that. It's ironically that Troy's were a club that went bankrupt or got kicked out due to financial stuff, and now we're in a similar situation. We're not in the similar situation of getting kicked out yet. Once the players and staff are paid, we'll get taken off the embargo list. But we definitely breached the rules anyway, so we're gonna have a free transfer ban anyway. What's the next thing we could get done for if DC don't pay? If he doesn't pay, you'll get the free transfer ban. You'll get no squad. He'll have to get rid of everyone. Why isn't there a top sponsor on Wednesday shirts and not a bloody name? That's important money law. Breaching to the choir here, David. We've never understood why Wednesday commercial side of thing is such a joke. The commercial side of our thing is just crap. We had a modular home company from Huddersfield this year, and no one knew who they were. The season before that, we had a start-up company that actually then had to cancel the original one because the people who owned said company at the time did it without the knowledge of the board. We've had some right shit sponsors. We've never had someone that... I mean, the only one that we've had, like, you look at it being proper, is probably the host and stay sponsorship, but we only had that for a year. I would have taken that for another 2 years. It's weird. The FL should be checking each club if they're viable to run year to year. The club balance should at least cover the wages, etc. If money had been taken out, they should be... Yep, I agree. Did the 1867 say that the big shirt sponsor will come in the next 10 days? I don't know. You can find it, me Cliff. I'll look at it. Point deduction will come into it, I imagine, if he continues. Isn't that what happened to Wigan Underhill? Yeah, I believe it was, yeah. Not going to lie, already forgotten what last season's sponsor was. Mocker lot. What statement had the EFL made about the next steps? The EFL are... So, the EFL's next steps are that we've got 14 days for the charges to respond to them. We've got 14 days to respond to the charges, and DC have got to sit in front of a disciplinary panel to explain what's going on and stuff. Should we get taken on how much of the embargo restriction will be applied to new owners? It'll be applied all over, John. You can appeal it. But I don't know if it would work because technically the embargo's not on the ownership, it's on the club. The club are the one dealing with it. So even if you get new owners, there's a strong possibility you're still going to have an embargo. So you wreck potentially what happened for the new owner going forward. They have to do it in a different way. Probably the same reason as why we have his name plastered all over town. He's the world's second biggest narcissist. All stick together. Next season, DC was on the embargo list, and another family member who was that? That's his wife, Sean. So that's DC's wife. DC's wife came in as a director back in 2017, but then came in 2020 as well. Cannot believe this guy was possibly celebrating his birthday. Well, yeah. Pretty much, yeah. His birthday present was an EFL charge on the 3rd. And it just, you look at everything's just put in such a bad mess. Pat O'Bannon, stay and lead a team, fresh face, new recruit, bought on free transfers, and I'd take that. Yeah, but I don't see Pato staying. Sadly, I don't see Pato staying. I generally think Pato's going to go and possibly go somewhere, A, to get paid, and B, to get 13 football. It's such a mess. But the problem is there's nothing we as fans can really do. I've heard so many people said, protest games, don't go to games, don't buy merch and stuff. I get that, I understand that, but then you're also then showing, then you're taking more money out the club, which is then going to pay the players and the staff. Like, you look at this, end of May, we're not able to do it, paid the players on time, and staff on time, because there's no football. There's no football, there's nothing coming in, there's no shirts. I don't know how much money we've made on the sale, but we can't have made that much money. Money that come in is either gone. The season ticket money is apparently gone. It's gone, it's disappeared. That's already spent up. I know the FL have been involved, but if the staff aren't paid, surely the people above the FL who should be getting involved, surely non-football. So I probably will. You don't buy merch, you are affecting the staff even more. Don't go that route. Exactly, that's the thing. That's my thing, David. My thing is that you have to buy merch. You have to go buy tickets, because then you are affecting what's going on. You are affecting. If you need to justify it, you are paying someone's wage, then great, do it that way. Another thing is that with the 23 standing squad, it leaves a disjointed squad. One keeper, one right back, one left back, one finger, one thumb, keep moving. Sorry, you can tell I've got a toddler. And possibly can't bring in. If Bannon, Pato and Akin don't sign, we can reply to them. But if we have to then get rid of someone to bring someone in, it's a mess. It's a real mess. All we can do hope there's a takeover in progress. Yep. Some teams are thinking about players, some are thinking about players, some are questioning their owners, some are questioning manager, and we're here. How do we rescue this shit show? Yeah, pretty much, Ali. Pretty much. That is it 100%. That is it in a nutshell. What's going on? Like, that's not even a joke or even kind of thing. That is exactly what's going on. We are literally having that problem. And it sucks. I won't lie, it absolutely 100% sucks. It absolutely sucks. At least take a deep breath. Things will turn out better than you think. You've got to take a step back to move forward. Oh yeah, I agree. We have to go backward before we go forward. And if that means we have to go backward and potentially get relegated and go again, then we have to. New season kicks off August time. I think it's August 4th, August 8th. I might be wrong. The fixtures out 26th of June. 12. What are we going to do if we don't have a team to follow anymore? People will potentially go to the local clubs, I'm afraid, Gotti. People go to the local clubs. I've always spoke to a couple of mates who are going to locals if they don't. And some will just fall out of love with football completely. Protesting, I said before, makes fans feel a bit realistic, achieved nothing. What worked for us was having fans who are hell-bent on finding the truth and spent years invested. This is the thing, John. We have brought up and dug up stuff on our owner. Our ownership told us to go find him a buyer. Go find him a buyer. So they did. They went and found buyers. And then he turned around and said, oh, no, I don't want those buyers. I'm going to find the buyer. He's a typical narcissist. He really is a typical narcissist. I'd love to think that buying merchant tickets would help staff. My fear and belief it would only just go. It can't, though, John. John, it can't. It can't line his pockets. He's got to pay them. He would have to use that money to pay them. You look at everything he's done in the past. He can't do it to line his pockets. He would have to use it to pay them. I really hope the season, the reason he's coming back is to sell the club. We can't take much more this heartbreak. I really hope it's that as well, Sean. If you're new here, well, like the stream and subscribe to the channel, we hit 4,600 today, slowly creeping up to that 5k. I've now got the thing in my head, do I get to 5k before the club here to get to 5k? And dug up all the detail on which with public and did it for them. Yeah, what's happened to the limited shirt money? You ask me? No idea. It's probably all gone. It's probably already gone to pay for the shirts themselves. Who knows? Who knows? If you're on about the limited black shirt, that pretty much went quickly. And if you're on about a limited shirt for the new white one, no idea. No idea. Listening to Simon concerns and the concert gives me a bit of a buzz, but I feel like the dictator won't sell. Yeah, I get that feeling. I get the feeling that he won't sell, but we're stuck in a position where we're having to, in one sense, wait and see, but then also see what proactivity stuff we can do. The lucky thing we got the trust that are doing really good work, and they've been speaking to the likes of Reading on what they did and how they managed to get it all sorted. There's lots of different other clubs who have had similar situations who have reached out. The fact that the people interested in the club is a good thing, but the problem is it's getting to where he goes, I'm so sorry, I really do feel your pain. We started on -21. You will still have, you will have a club to support and positive that tough times. Yeah, but you will come out stronger. I know it's hard. Thank you, mate. I much appreciate that. I really appreciate that. And by the way, when some of our Wednesday fans went at Derby, it was a bit out or no one. I don't want to see any club go out of business, even my rivals. And it's difficult, but we gotta really dig in deep. We got to be together as one. Those 10-year season tickets are nearly coming to an end as well, I believe. I believe those season tickets are close to becoming to an end. But we just got to try and keep positive. Please, if you know anyone, that's why my drum kit was wobbly. Itself. There we go. Wasn't sure why that was wobbling earlier. The drums have really been quite helpful, actually. Imagine being what though 10 years I've heard that. I wonder if something going on behind the scenes, like takeover or something. Maybe me wishful thinking. We can, fingers crossed. We can only hope and pray that something is going on behind the scenes and it's helping us get it sorted. But again, we're having to wait and see. We're having to just wait and see. Have a good one, John. Agreed, Birmingham Derby bought all proper history of passionate clubs, and we have shared experience now. Yep. Yeah. We literally got to wait and see, and that's the hard part about all of this, is the not knowing what we can do and how everything can go. You hope that we're gonna get some more stuff soon about stuff, but the fact that it's been really quiet is annoying. Just a little bit of housekeeping, by the way. Just a quick one. Last weekend, I received a comment that involved someone talking about my kids. Don't do. I know everyone in the chat would never do that. If you see it, either let me know in an email or tag me in a comment. Kind of did really annoy me. I know most people wouldn't talk about my kids and stuff, but if you watch my content and you hear my kids in the background, sometimes that'll happen because I will do a video. And 9 times out of 10, my kids are downstairs playing with my wife. So yeah, it really did piss me off. Actually, it didn't start the week well. You can see that acting now showing a true colour, acting exactly like his dad. I get at defending his dad. I get it. I do get at defending his dad, but this isn't at fight. The protest is Monday, mate. Apparently, the protest is on Monday. Apparently. This isn't at fight. At shouldn't be going into bat for his dad. His dad needs to be the one to be saying stuff. The fact that his son is talking more than we've heard from his dad on Twitter says a lot. DC. Chancery owns the stadium as well, mate. We're in the same position as you, where your owner owns the stadium, your old owner owns the stadium club. We're in the exact same position. We don't own it, Chancery does. And the thing is, we don't own our training ground either. Our training ground is rented from Sheffield City Council. So there's not much he could sell off if he wanted to anyway. Like that's what Reading had. They managed to sell a lot of things off beforehand. We don't have that issue. We don't have that luxury. And if you actually look at sellable assets, there's potentially not many. I won't lie, there's potentially not many. That kind of where we're at. We're at a really weird crossroads with it all, and we have to be positive and see what happens, and just put more pressure on him to sell. Why do they give us a transfer embargo and stuff? It's not our fault. He owned the club, mate. He owned the club. I agree. It's not the fans or the players that have done this, but it's whoever owns the company. You could have it that someone owns a company and the staff, the customers that go to that company, it's not their fault, but they own the company. Isn't the stadium under one of the several 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? I believe so. It's all over the place. What worries me is paying wages and the basic running. Yeah, that's the same. If he can't do that, how can we possibly fund anything else? The club needs moving forward. It does. I think Josh will puff for move, yeah. Chances days are well and truly numbered 100%. Sellable asset, getting more money for a 15-year-old than a 15 senior players. I agree. Apparently he's already picked which club he's going to. Apparently it's Everton. Apparently Everton snapped him up, but getting 1.5 million for a 15-year-old, that's going to be the highlight of some of our business in the transfer window. And that's going to get you to like pay for players' wages. Then you've got the situation of with you've got the same situation with Danny's contract with the buyer. So if the training ground is owned by the council and if the bills aren't being paid, what chance could the council be locking the gates? Good question. I don't know. Brutally honest, mate, I don't know. Chancellor owns 61. Chancellor owed 61 million from Thailand. That's all well and good in being owed it in Thailand, but he needs it now. And the problem is, if he gets his 61 million, say DC gets his 61 million that he's owed in Thailand, right? And he puts it straight into the club. Or say he goes, right, I've got 61 million here, I'll take the 75 now. All depends, 80 geek. If he owes 61 million, he's not done a very good job of trying to recoup it. Good for him, I say, more likely to break into 13 than City or Chelsea. He'd probably break into a City team because they do tend to use it. But I do have that thing. But the thing is, if he owes 61 million, why is he letting people get off with it? Why is he letting people not do it? It shows you how poor he is. But I agree. I do agree, 80 geek. I 100% agree. DC, the way it sounds, will strip the club, youth pro players, sell. He can pay his debts, but only last so long. The FL should step in now and say, yeah, the FL has taken a long time already. I believe they should have been in Monday. Didn't Chancellor say, I will sell the club if an offer came in? Haven't we had a few? Ethan, we've had couple back in 2016, 2017, and we've had 2 in so far, and he turned them down. What pisses me off, Jake, is the people will bring up at another club in the not too distant future. Yeah, they will. 100%. 100%. I think if this ever happens, you should be banned from owning any football club at all. You should be banned from football, full stop, across the world. You're not allowed to be involved. Or let's just do a clean blanket of you are not allowed to be involved in sport whatsoever. And that be it. You cannot be involved with sport, some sort of sport franchise. That's it. Bit chance says it. What happened to the cheerleaders if we had a hard time? Did chance to get rid of them too? Not sure, mate. Not sure what happened to them. Possibly a chance, probably a case of like couldn't afford them. Or the thing is, the way we should have when we did that playoff stuff in League One, our commercial revenue was really high because everybody watched that game. Everyone had a watch of that game to see what was going on. And I won't lie, it's kind of nice doing these streams at the minute because, oh yeah, by the way, if you ever get a chance on your lunchtime, I do something called a lunchtime. We're all lunchtime, aren't we? Where I just do a little stream at lunchtime. It's only like 30 minutes to an hour if you get a chance to pop in. EFL tend to get involved at last result. Nobody will agree with this. I don't either. But from the EFL point view, at the moment, things could start to improve under Texas. Yep, true. Maybe they could pick. God's sake. Oh dear, Jack would be happy. But yeah, we got a situation right now the situation is this. Players, I'm not going to players. Employees have not been paid by the current owner for a week now. These are general people who have not been paid at all. Valid question, how the fudge can Wednesday be getting a new pitch when all this is happening, Jake? Doesn't have, what will that be? So apparently the pitches at the EFL, at the training ground and the stadium are an EFL grant. Apparently they are an EFL grant that we use to do it. That's how we've done it. That's what I've heard. It's an EFL grant. A buyer is needed urgent to keep the club afloat. Chancellor needs to sell. You mentioned the club is worth 50 million. He wants 75. Yeah, 75. 75, I think the lot with Adam Shaw and John Flanagan, they can do that. Problem with the EFL, they do have limited powers in the situation, as the Reading situation proved. They have a rule book to follow, and that's really about it, sadly. They really should have a lot more power, but they don't. For a footballing governing body for 3 leagues, their rules are shit. DC the fool, not a businessman. His family is maybe. See, the family, they actually are very business savvy. The family have got decent stuff in Thai Union food and are doing really well. And this is the thing where the family's doing okay. Yes, the Red Lobster went, and yes, the family's had a little bit of an issue with Greenpeace for how they treated people. Not great, but businesses are not bad. Should we all email these? Nah, no point. There's no point. My sugar journey. It'll just ignore it, or you'll get a snarky email saying sell your house. Thank you for doing live streams. This is all doing my. No, I get it. It does my head in. It does my head in. It's like whenever I had the video recently, I was like, oh great, what now? Like last night when I did the video, the little short talking about the situation with players still not being paid, I couldn't even be bothered to do a full video. I just did it as a short. Why not just sell these stupid gold good luck elephants in the front of the doors? They should bring them through. Yeah, they're gold plated though, Steve. These people are supposed to be business people, not good business from what we are looking. No, they're not. They're not good business people. The thing is, I think if a different member of the family was involved, it would have been different. The father was done for insider trading, yes, he was, and it's now the son that's now got it, and I think another one of the brothers. I think the people who are involved now are the brothers of the thing, and they look like they're on a good track record. I'm pretty sure I read somewhere on the Bangkok Times about them having a good sustainability till 2030, and they're looking to hit a 1 billion. And it's like, can we have that kind of thing here, please? Like, you kind of go, could I just had that brother run this place? It sounds like he got a little bit more business stuff to him. Oh yeah, it does. It really does, David. It just the problem is, as fans, we can't do anything. Read the Bangkok Times often. At the moment, yes. Yes, because I keep trying to see if he's in the paper over there. I keep trying to see if they're being talked about in Thailand, in the news and stuff. I try having a look, like he got it on. He does transfer his own money to other people we don't know about. Apparently, he owes. See, in Thailand, he's owed money, but also apparently he also owes people money over there. So it's a bit catch-22. I did see that there was something earlier today saying that he does owe some people money over there. Yes, he does. He owes staff money here. Actually, 80 geek. There we go. He owes staff money here. He does owe people money. It's just ridiculous. Have you heard of the American thing about? So the American interest was actually talked about the day before the embargo hit. Their interview got leaked before the BBC had a chance to run it. So their interest got spoke about the day before. But from that interview when they had it originally, it did sound like, I won't lie, that they may have given up and not putting another bid in, but I don't know if that changes now the embargo's in. There was apparently there was an offer or proposal of 100 million from people from the Bronco, but we haven't heard anything since that. We haven't heard anything since that, and that was on one of our forum sites. But the person who did post it, he got a good record of being quite on the money. But he'd gone very quiet, so I wonder if it was a proposal and then the proposal had been put forward and then he's not looked at it or even interested. And he should do, because it was 100 million if that's the case. But yeah, he does owe people money, but it's his staff at the moment, like you say. The other thing is, they keep turning around and saying, we're affecting his health. Well, if we're affecting your health, leave. Sell. Can't say you need to sell them cheap, cut his loss, a jog on, he cancelled football. I agree. He had to cancel football. Another fan who's a Leaf fan, if I remember correctly, you had Colino, so you know about bad ownership. Hey Jake, just connected to this update, past 10 minutes, you look dejected. How is your mental? My mental health ain't that bad, Martin. I'm just tired. I'm really tired. It's been a long week. It's very hard to talk about the club when the club is in the toilet, but I do it because I'm passionate about this. I do it because this is what I like doing. I like talking about the club. Like, I did speak to someone today about what would you do if you didn't have to do this, and I turned around and said, probably just do random videos. The channel was never meant to be a Wednesday channel or go and cover non-league football like a non-league club. What is the stadium like? Oh, the stadium's knackered. Nah, knackered, mate. Our stadium's knackered. It's getting work done on it. Pictures have been done, but our stadium's knackered. It needs redoing. At this week, I felt like a family breathing, a total heartbreak. Yep, true. Health in general's not too bad. I'm just tired. I'll be honest with you, Martin. I'm really tired. It's been a really long week, which Tuesday felt like it was Friday and Wednesday felt like it was Sunday. That's how long a week it's been. I am just shattered. So I'm probably going to end this shortly because I am really tired. I'm probably going to go have a bath have another Jack Daniels and Coke, and just chill out for the rest of my evening. I'm just probably going to play Call of Duty or go do some farming or something. Been an owl since 1984. I've been an owl since 1989, 90s. But yeah, it's just a shame. But what I will say, as I wrap this up, because we've been going for an hour, we have to be, I hate using this word because of the other side and stuff, but we've got to be united as a fan base. We have to stay together. We can't have any infighting, and we have to be we're all Wednesday, aren't we? If we stick together, we can do much better. As soon as you start to, oh yeah, that's been happening all week. The moment I start to chill this week, news has happened. It's been a right ball ache. But guys, I am going to love you and leave you. Thank you so much for you wasting your time watching my time. I much appreciate it. Some new free maps on Power. Oh, that sounds like a good idea. That would be good. But I'm going to love you and leave you guys, and I will speak to you soon. And have a good one, guys. Bye.